What's up everyone? Welcome to Hook and Wing Outdoors. This is my first YouTube video and I'm going to show you guys today what I carry in my blind bag for duck hunting. Today I'm going to do what I carry in my blind bag duck hunting. So we can go ahead and get started. First of all, I use the Alps Outdoor. It's just a blind bag. This thing's awesome too for like in my layout blind. I can put it up under my back, so awesome back support. So we can just get started. We'll just work our way from the top down. How about that? So on the very top, actually it's kind of made for a cup holder or whatever. I normally have Powerade. I actually carry zip ties. They come in handy. I can't tell you how many times these have saved blinds, especially on the boat blind. So that's the first thing. I always have a pack of zip ties. Next up in top, gotta have your trusty hand warmers. Those cold days, these things are a lifesaver. All right, we'll do all the little pockets before we dig inside. Gotta have your treats. I like the honey roasted peanuts and oh yeah, Reese's dip pretzels. Sorry, there's a little bit of junk in there. In this side pocket here, I carry a couple knives. I like to have, they're just some cheaper knives, just real cheap knives. I use them for cutting some brush and stuff like that. Make sure you keep them nice and sharp. But just a couple cheap knives, brushing your blind or cutting decoy string, whatever you got to do. And this pocket here. This is just a power bank. I have a couple of these. I'm actually wanting to know what power bank. So if you can comment down below what power bank is the best power bank to run for a GoPro while I'm hunting, because I get tired of trying to change batteries and stuff. And these last about an hour, which is pretty good. But I'd like to have one that'll last me the whole hunt. So if you can comment down below and let me know what your advice is on power banks, that would be awesome. I've been trying to do research on it, but I don't want to spend the money on something that's not going to work. This pocket here, I have a pair of headphones. I plug them in my phone after I'm all set up, waiting for the light to come up, And just some ear protection. I go hunting with a lot of new time hunters, and they never think to bring ear protection. I'm guilty. I don't always wear it. I probably should. I do like to have my hearing, so I've been getting better, but in this pocket here, this is one thing you always want, batteries. I have been out hunting, not had extra batteries, had that headlight die, and it's not easy setting decoys up in the dark. I'm telling you right now, bring extra batteries. Always good. Don't be caught out in the dark. This little sunglass holder. Don't have my sunglasses in there, but normally keep my shades right there. Now we can open up and get to the fun stuff. All right. Clips here. So right here in the top, I always have my migratory bird, my proclamation. It's nice to know when your shooting hours are. Just nice to know different, you go out with new time hunters and stuff. It's nice for them to see that bird identifier. So that's good to have. Always have my hunt license. Duck stamp stays with my hunt license, stays nice and dry. Now for the fun stuff. All right. Oh, like I say, I carry a lot more than most people do in their blind bag, but I do hunt out of a boat most of the time, like I'd say 80% of the time, and then a layout blind, but I get there with boat. So weight really isn't an issue having to carry it for me. For you guys hunting out in fields where you got to walk quite a ways in and stuff, I don't think I would pack this much because this blind bag is pretty heavy. By the time you carry this, decoys, your layout blind, all that stuff, it gets pretty heavy. So first thing, I have a cell phone case. Like I say, I hunt out of a boat. Like to keep my phone dry. We know how cheap phones are. And this is one of the most important things in my blind bag, baby wipes. You never know when nature's going to call, and it seems like it's always the best timing when you're sitting there waiting for shooting light. You got to go find brush. Well, if you wipe with anything but baby wipes, you're hating life, especially on them cold days. Next up, I got my GoPro. I just keep my GoPro kind of in this case, some extra batteries. I just got some extra batteries, a light, you know, just different mounts, just different little things. I also do take a charging port with me because I do have a battery setup on my boat, which I can show you in another video. It's a pretty cool setup. Let me know if you want to see that. But just my GoPro here. Okay, so next up I have, we'll stick with the GoPro stuff. So I got just this little tripod deal, you know, bends around. You can use it as a little tripod. I use it more for, I put my light on there, the GoPro on there, kind of as a selfie stick. Hello. All right. And I think I do have, well, we'll find it when we get to it, I guess. So next up I like to carry my shotgun shells on a belt. I don't wear this around my waist, but it's nice to just toss in the blind or set on the seat of the boat. Just keeps your shells from falling over everywhere. Because I've tipped many boxes of shells. They go scattering everywhere, and then you're trying to find your shells. This just kind of holds them in place, hold the whole box. So if I can't get my limit with a whole box of shells, I should probably stop hunting. Next up, most important thing, I always keep my calls in my blind bag. I have been guilty for forgetting calls and not having my calls out hunting. You can still shoot ducks without calling, but it's nice to have those, especially when you're hunting. So next up, I have lots of gloves and things. So right here, I have an extra beanie. I got a face warmer here, neck warmer type deal. I got the full face mask warmer. Where I live in eastern Idaho, so we hunt really cold weather. It's, you know, 0 degrees, negative temperatures. It's pretty warm during October, November, but once November hits, you can count on some cold days. So it's nice to always have extra face warmers and stuff. I have these are just a warm pair of gloves. They're little leather patches on them. These are for kind of when I field hunt, setting out goose decoys and things like that. They're pretty hard on gloves. Here I have my decoy gloves for in the water. I love these things. Man, they keep my hands warm picking up those decoys on cold days. So I really, really love those. So then I have, these are my primarily gloves. I have a soft pair of gloves. I throw these bad boys on right here. Go like this. And I go like this. Yep. And that, I wear those while I shoot and everything. A lot of guys, they take their gloves off to shoot, kind of put them on when their hands are cold. I wear these the whole time I'm hunting. I find it's pretty easy to shoot and everything with them because you still got that good feeling with that softness. And when you're waiting for the birds, you know, you can keep them digits warm. All right, enough of that anyway. So next up in the goodie bag, oh, looks like I have one more pair of gloves. Yep, here's another pair of gloves. Always, you know, I found the hard way of not having enough gloves. When you're out in the water in your waders, it's 0 degrees outside and you go to fall, your first reaction is to catch yourself. Well, your hands go in the water. I can't tell you how bad of a day that makes for hunting. So keep extra gloves, lots of gloves. I have 3-4 pairs of gloves in my blind bag I keep all the time. So, and you gotta have the headlight, you know, setting up decoys. We'll go back to talking about setting up decoys in the dark. That's not a fun game. So I just have, you know, I want to get a better headlight. This one's not bad. It's lasted me, this 3rd season I've used it, so it has lasted a long time. It's just a really cheap one off Amazon. I also got just a little flashlight, you know, when you're looking around in your blind bag for stuff. Yeah, that's handy. This light right here, I love the best. This is my bright, this Nebo. I don't know if that's how the correct word to say it, but I love this light. It's got a little magnet on the back, so when I'm in my boat, I can stick it right to the motor of my duck boat, and it just lights up the inside of my boat and everything. I love this light. I use this light all the time. Awesome light to have. And then I always keep some extra calls. You know, calls freeze up, they get wet, they get cold, they freeze up. I got the GoPro head mount here. That's what I record most of my hunting on. Just good old head mount. What do we got in here now? This is just a really cheap pair of binoculars. They hardly ever come out of the case, but I do like to have them. You know, some slow days you want to look out and see where them ducks are landing so you can go hit that spot tomorrow. Then I do keep a rangefinder in here. That rarely comes out of the case. I do like it though, because I have pulled it out just to set up decoys and stuff, you know, especially for newer duck hunters. Not sure how many yards that you're out and stuff, so it's nice to have that rangefinder, you know exactly how many yards you're setting up and where your decoys need to be at. And the last I have is shells. That's very important too. Duck calls and shells, gloves. 3 most important things in my blind bag. So I got shells. I always carry a box of double BB 3-inch, and then I normally use 3-inch 2-shot for ducks, but I like to carry double BB because I have had slow duck days, but there's a lot of geese, so I'll throw double BBs in there. Take those geese down, honk honk, you know. And it's just another box, double BBs. And I believe that's everything in my blind bag. Yep, that's everything in it. I like the bag. It's got, you know, little slots, keep your stuff organized. I used to use a little tackle box in it. It was kind of a pain because everything roll around, get mixed up, and you go in trying to find something real quick and you can't find it. So, but yeah, that's everything I keep in my bag. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please subscribe, hit that like button, and please give me some comments. Like I said, this is my very first video I'm putting on YouTube. Give me some comments of some opinions I could do better, some different videos maybe you'd like to see. I'm going to be doing a lot of fishing videos this next spring. I'm a bass fisherman mostly, but I love trout fishing too. We got some big trout out here in Idaho. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks. Peace out.